DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Good morning or evening, friends. How y'all doing? It is JP with Wise Guys Gaming. Ow! We're getting in on some Street Fighter action. This will be my Thursday update. I was losing a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Things just weren't going well. Every character I played, you saw some of those G matches, they went okay. But I needed something. And shout out to my friend Jared. He suggested... Or actually, no, he just mentioned Ryu. He was talking about not playing Street Fighter in a while and mentioning Ryu. And so I decided to go back. And I went back to this B-boy costume that everybody apparently hates. Everybody hates this costume but me. And I love it. I think it's a great costume. Particularly because he kind of reminds me of LL Cool J. He has that old school with the Flavor Flav clock and everything. Some of y'all don't understand the B-boy style and all that type of stuff. Y'all didn't grow up during that time. Let me tell you something. That was back in the day, man. And they got on the front of his hat, instead of the Kango symbol, he's got the Shoryuken symbol. Come on, son. Come on, son. Just do it. Just do it. Plus, they have this really neat option where you can take off the jacket. And I thought that was pretty neat. Playing a very basic Ryu. Got worked right there in that first round. Worked. Playing a very basic Ryu, basically going off of that combo, just the lights into Tatsu, and going in from the his basic target combo, which is standing strong, standing fierce, standing roundhouse. Later I learned I can link standing strong and standing strong. You can then go into standing fierce and standing roundhouse. There are some better things to do that I'm working on now. And you're probably going to get a little bit more Ryu. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more Ryu as well. Because this went well, man. The Ryu experiment went well. And I think that's just because Ryu is a great, like, middle-of-the-road character. I don't think you'll ever see an F-ranked Ryu. But I think you will start seeing some nice C's. Oh, no. He overshot it. And by that I mean Ryu is good at... He has a lot of options. He's a really good middle-of-the-pack player. He's got some really solid anti-air options. He's got some nice combo options. And he hits hard. Like, people always talk about the difference between Ryu and Ken being the Dragon Punch and the Tatsu and the Hadoken and all that kind of stuff. I feel like that's all surface. I feel like the bigger change in style for Ryu and Ken, and I love it actually, is the style to make Ryu more of a heavy hitter. Like, his damage isn't... It's not Zangief damage or anything like that by any means, but it is very solid, very strong damage that you get at the expense of having kind of more technical combos and less flashy combos. Whereas Ken, he doesn't do quite as much damage off the rip, but you can get real technical with him as well, and his combos look flashy. Whoo, that boy's combos look flashy. Going from Shoryu to run to all kinds of other stuff, man. It's really nice. So that's kind of where I like the style they took Ryu, because people always say, you know, Ryu is just kind of the bland character, but I think that is the character in and of itself. Oh, we bulldogging. We straight bull. Okay, we stopped bulldogging. Oh, yeah, you can get Shoryu though. But to make Ryu kind of bland, that gives him his no personality actually gives him personality when you juxtapose it with Ken's personality. And you can see it all bleed through their fighting style, which I think is kind of what you would want from a Ryu style character. You know, his whole thing is his answer lies in the heart of battle and all that type of stuff. That's something that you kind of want. You want his personality to reflect in his fighting style. And I think you get that a lot with Street Fighter, where the characters, their personalities kind of roll with their fighting style. Even with, like, say, Dalsim or Sagat. Sagat has a couple different personalities, but they all kind of work through his style of fighting. And I think they've kind of adjusted some moves sometimes to kind of fit that. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just watching. And we got worked again, Cammy. Woo! Woo! Killer B. Hi-oh. Alright. So that went well. We are getting into the rubber match. 2 to him, or 1 to him, 1 to me. See if we can't get this worked. I gotta work on my fireball spacing. Wake up Shoryu does not work all the time, as you would imagine, but it is good to let people know that you're willing to do it. Can't do it all the time because they can punish you like so, but you don't want your opponent to get the idea that they can keep pressure on you and never get checked. They need to always be worried that you're going to do something on wake up that's going to A, take off their health, and B, swing the momentum of the match back in your favor. Shoryu is the Dragon Punch, Shoryu, whatever you want to call it. That's the best way to do that, in my opinion. And I love it. It's a really nice little way to say, hey, look, here I am. Whether it be off wake up, off of their wake up. Oh, anti-air. Is that gonna? Are we finna get it? Yo, put your P's up. Put your P's up. Cammy gets thrown into the back room, baby. Got that Shogun hat on. And then we knock it right off her head because that's how we roll. I'm actually really glad they added those little flares to the match. There's something that you don't have to have, but it's really nice to have in there just to show that, you know, Capcom actually cared, put a little more heart and soul in this game. She's about to be stunned again, that's it. I probably could have gone with heavies to finish that. I think I kind of got flustered and started pressing jab, but I do know that combo, the jab jab short combo into Tatsu. So even if that short didn't kill, I could have hit Tatsu, and I'm still getting that. We still getting that, homie. And now we're fighting Jure. The ladies came out tonight. You know why they came out tonight? I say, do you know why they came out tonight? Cause Ryu looking fly. I keyed. Alright, want to keep pressure on Juri. She can maximize distance to her advantage very quickly and very easily. Ryu is, in my opinion, a good mid to short range character. He is really not good long range, but he does have options that can kind of plaster over. Like there's a hole in the wall. We're not gonna really fix the root of the hole, but we can put like a poster over it or something like that. Shawshank style. Oh, got the cross up. But missed his combo, it looks like. I'm doing stupid jumps right now. I do have a match to show you guys coming up. You'll probably get that before Tuesday. But I starting to get, particularly because I'm playing Ryu, I started to get into the challenge where I just said, don't jump during the match. I don't get to jump. I didn't think I was going to get that hit. No combo follow-up. That's a good back off me tool. Also puts me in life lead. Now he's got to kind of come to me. See, when I said come to me, I ain't expecting him to do it like that though. So can we get a take 2 on that? Cause that hurt my pride. Shout out to Necro in the back. Double toil and trouble style. Big Necro. Street Fighter 3 players know what I'm talking about. And his girlfriend. That was a wing and a prayer. He didn't get a good punish. Thank goodness. Starting to try to look at his style, see what he wants to do. I do see the cross up on wake up. Kind of watch into that. Trying to keep distance. I don't know if you're noticing it, but this is something I talk about all the time. If you give somebody enough distance, they will hang themselves. You see I'm backing up a lot more. I'm trying to make sure I give him space. I'm trying to change how I play this matchup. I really thought I was going to be able to chip him out right there. As you see, that did not happen. If I had gotten Fireball first, that would have happened though. It's actually a little in my favor that it didn't happen, that the chip out didn't work, because I was able to do some attacks afterwards. And because he did not die when I used the super to expend all my meter, I was starting out with a little bit of, I mean, it's not a full bar, but it starts you out with a little bit of meter when you start this round. So that worked out in my favor just a little. I mean, it's better than the chip damage. Just because it gets me started on combo. reaching for spacing with that sweep, missed it. Got the Shoryu. Trying to keep pressure on him. Problem is, Jury is also very effective close range. So mid-range is probably where I want to stay. But because he has that, I can't think of the name of the attack, but that flip kick that he hit me with and went into super combo with. Because he has that, I have to be careful and can't just play the mid-range game. Because the mid-range game is if you watch Daigo play, a lot of the mid-range game is predicated off how well you space your fireballs and when you hit those appropriate Shoryus. I ain't doing that so hot right now. I'm not doing that so hot at all. Particularly because he can get by, and not only get by, but get a hit in. So I gotta be careful with the mid-range game, forcing me to try to rush in and play the long-range game. Problem with playing the long-range game is, or I'm sorry, the close-range game. Problem with the close-range game is Jury is better at it than Ryu is. He is kind of a jack of all trades. But if I can keep him in that mid-range, where I can back up and check him every time he tries to jump in, that makes him have to rethink about what he wants to do as far as trying to win this round. Or this match, or this game, or whatever. No combo into V-trigger that time for him. Trying to keep pressure on him. He got me really good with that crush counter. No cross-up hit in there. It's a good throw. Alright, we're on the prowl. Ah! And that's that problem I was saying. I don't want to get too technical or ramble on or beat a dead horse or anything, but I went back out to mid-range and I went with the fireball. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to recover in time, but I mean, he had it scouted out. He knew what he was going to do, and it was just good timing. Keeping pretty good spacing. Trying to get that crouching forward to good use. Ryu is absolutely the reason that crouching forward is a great tool, because it's got some pretty good speed, it's got some pretty good distance, and it combos. I mean, literally, what else could you ask for? Oh, we done tied it up. Still a little low. We still got it where we wanted, though. That was my fault. I could have continued a combo there, and I did not. She's really close to stun, though. If I can get a good hit, well, that takes that out. That was smart. I think I was trying to hit jab there to kind of force him to come in my way. I still love that Jury. The Jury character is great. Character model's great. Everything they did with Jury is fantastic. I would like to see C Viper come back in this game, though. So season 4, baby. Let's get some C Viper action. And Oro. I want to see Oro so I can see some interaction with him and Ibuki. Read those Udon comics. You'll know what I mean. So you know, stuff like that. Also, so I'd like to see some more new characters too, because G is fantastic. I like Falk. I like Ed. I tell you what I'd really like to see, if they're going to bring in new characters, either Season 4 or Season 5, please give us like another downloadable story. Like pick up where this story left off and give us another short story. Doesn't have to be much, just give us a little something something. I think that would be nice to kind of help, particularly if you're going to add new characters, help integrate those new characters in. And it's not important to know that we have new characters and know what their motivations are. Put them in the story so we can see how they interact with people, see how they work. Give us a reason to like them. Like, I feel like people like Jury and C Viper so much because they had those movies that went with them. And they fleshed out a pretty good story with those characters. So people kind of got attached to them. You know a little bit more about Jury, some of her motivations, what she feels, that type of thing. And I'm not saying you got to give a movie, but they don't do a lot with arcade stories. Street Fighter in particular. I would say Capcom fighting games, but Street Fighter in particular. That's that target combo. Yeah. That was a terrible punish, but you know, it is what it is. But because they don't do a lot for their just general arcade story, we're gonna need a little bit more to make us care about some of these characters. And I think fleshing out the overall story mode they have is really neat. The general story. I think fleshing out characters via that would be a good idea, particularly some of your newer characters. He dropped his combo. That was his chance to win. Oh, he missed his... Oh! Missed that pinwheel. So sorry for you. Alright. This is it. This is for all the marbles. Like my name was Howard Cosell. He's trying to adapt to me. I've got to adapt to his adaptation. He's getting me with it. I gotta play more Jury, man. Jury's awesome. Plus, she has some really nice costumes. That schoolgirl costume she's got, where she's like a punk goth schoolgirl, is really neat. That's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna kill. It's just gonna keep us close to even, and I can keep pressure on him. Right now, that's my goal. Just keep pressure on him. Pressure, pressure, pressure. That Shoryuken was not supposed to come out there, but we'll take it because it got us out of the way of his V reversal. Keeping pressure on him, seeing if we can't close this out real quick. And that's it, baby. See, I can play a little bit of Ryu. I'm going to try to get better with him and give you some more matchups, let you see a little bit more from him. There will be more coming in the future, like that no jump challenge I'm going to show you real soon. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Please come back and kick it with me again. Leave me a comment if you want. Like, subscribe. Just say what up to me, Playboy. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Peace out!